English winners, I'm going to go over several sentences and I want you to repeat them, okay? I'm an exchange student from Switzerland. We need some salt and pepper. I can do 7 pull-ups even when I'm tired. Now let's look at that last sentence. I can do 7 pull-ups even when I'm tired. Now say it again faster. I can do 7 pull-ups even when I'm tired. Faster. I can do 7 pull-ups even when I'm tired. This is why people have trouble listening to English, but they can read just fine. It's the schwa sound. Now, I made a video about the schwa sound, which I'll recommend at the end, but to simply say the schwa sound is just this, and the sound is put in different syllables so we can say a sentence very quickly. So any vowel sound can have the sound used in place of it when you're speaking fast enough. And those syllables that have the sound are de-stressed. So that means we go through them very, very quickly. Let's look at our example one more time. I can do 7 pull-ups even when I'm tired. That's the way you think I should say it. But people say, I can do 7 pull-ups even when I'm tired. So I can do 7 pull-ups even when I'm tired. That's what it sounds like. You got the sound throughout the sentence when you're speaking it very quickly. So when we take the sound and use that in place of a different vowel, it's de-stressed. We say it very quickly, and this is called a weak form syllable. Okay? Let's look at another example. I was 10 at the time. Faster. I was 10 at the time. Faster. I was 10 at the time. I was 10 at the time. Okay? You hear it? So now it sounds like was 10 at the time. Here's another example. What did I do? That changes to what did I do? And then if you're going to get into deeper combining of syllables, they might just shorten it to what'd I do? What'd I do? You still hear the schwa sound twice. What'd do? Here's another example. Last Christmas, I had a part-time job. That changes to last Christmas, I had a part-time job. So instead of I had a part-time job, it's I had a part-time job. You need to understand this in order to win at English, because the schwa sound is used everywhere. Let's try this one. Green and red. That'll change to green and red. Then faster, green and red. Now it's no longer green and red, it's green unred. And the red still gets the stress. Green and red. Green and red. Okay? Try it a couple of times just to get used to it. And then we'll move on. So lots of words become de-stressed schwa sounds or weak form words. There's a list with sentence examples of a lot of words that have this, and I'll put a link to it in the description. It's on another website, but if it helps you, good. Let's try that again. The sentence, thanks for the invitation. Said faster, it's thanks for the invitation. Now with the schwa sounds built in, the weak form syllables, thanks for the invitation. So now for and the becomes thanks for the invitation. And this creates a certain rhythm, right? Now the sentences have a rhythm that they didn't have before. Instead of thanks for the invitation, it's thanks for the invitation. Thanks for the invitation. This is where accents come from. Some people use the schwa sound a little bit more than others, and then of course there's other pronunciation issues, but rhythm is a big part of accents. So you'll notice that while Americans do use the schwa sounds, they do use weak forms, I think that the British are more power users of this, especially when they're speaking quickly. They're going to use weak forms a little bit more. This is just what I've noticed. And then even more than that, you'll notice Jamaicans and New Zealanders. I mean, New Zealanders will use the schwa weak form so much that sometimes I don't even know what they're saying. And that's just my opinion. That's what happens when I listen to it. But understanding this will help you with any accent of English anywhere in the world. So here's some homework for you. I want you to get out your favorite movie in English and see if you can find a screenplay online, if you can. A screenplay is the movie written down so you can see the dialogue, what each person says. And I want you to be able to, and you can also do this with subtitles in a movie, you can look at what the person says and then listen to how they say it. How are those weak forms being used? And when you can get used to how they use the schwa sound and how they use weak forms in their speech, then it becomes much easier to understand what they say and how other people talk when those people talk like the actor you're seeing in your favorite movie. By the way, I just saw the movie Dunkirk. It's amazing. You should see Dunkirk. Really good. Thumbs up. I'd probably put it in my top 20 favorite dramas ever made. It is that good. Go see it. Also, another thing that's really fun with this is when you understand rhythm and how weak forms are built in, how some syllables are emphasized and stressed and some are not, that opens up rap music. And you can understand what people are saying better with rap music. Up to a point. I mean, I'm fluent in English, and sometimes even I don't understand what some rappers are saying. I might do another video on weak forms in the future, not just with the schwa sound, but how different words can combine together or different syllables can combine together. Like, did you, if I'm asking a question, did you go to the mall? Instead, it'll become did you? Did you go to the mall? And when you understand how those weak forms work together, your listening will only get better. So for the sake of making things easy to learn, giving you a second chance to learn this, I'm going to put this video in the pronunciation section and the listening section for you because it's that important. In the meantime, I invite you to check out my video on the schwa as well as my video on syllables so you can get the foundation for listening down even better. And if you want to help me, please hit the subscribe button to get more videos and share on your social networks so others can discover these great videos. Until then, I will see you later, English winners. Goodbye now.